We welcome you inside the House of Blue in Norcross, Georgia, Norcross High School. It is the 2019 Underclassman All-American Classic game. Joel Hilsman and Daryl LeBerry, glad that you're with us in our SUV courtside seats. Coach LeBerry, the rosters are loaded. We've had a fun day. This is the Classic event. What are some names, or who are some names that stand out to you in this contest?
Well, I mean, there's talent for days in here. Obviously, everybody wants to see how Hersey Miller's going to play with his father, Master P, in the audience. KJ Adams is a good player. Dylan Hunter is a local guy that a lot of guys know about. Dallin Coleman, Lynn Kidd. I mean, it's just players all over the place. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. We've had a great junior game. We had a great middle school game. And now this is the culmination of the event, and I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of talent on the floor up and down the East and the West. The East will be in white, the West will be in red, and we'll drop all of that information for you. Glad that you're with us here, the SUVTV.com. They've introduced the West team, so now they're going to introduce the East team, Hersey Miller, in which you were talking about, leading it off number one. But the one thing about this event, you mentioned we had a great middle school game, a great select game. This is the one everyone wants to see in the Classic. I'm interested to see how much of discipline is executed in this ball game, offensively and defensively. And we also know you bring it out, transition defense on both sides.
We talked about it a lot in the last game. You know the guys, it's going to be difficult for them to be organized. It's going to be tough for them to play with any kind of structure. But you know that guys are going to try to come out here and showcase their talents and abilities. Transition defense is going to be huge because what you want to do is get defensive rebounds, push the ball out. You know that there's going to be bad floor balance and bad spacing. But whatever team gets the most easy baskets is definitely going to win tonight.
He's Daryl LeBerry. I'm Joel Hilsman. Thank you for joining us, our SUV TV courtside seats, as we get ready for the action of 2019 Underclassman All-American Classic right here on SUV TV, the SUVTV.com. And you see the refs are behind us. They know how the introduction drill will go, as they are just kind of chilling there. Good to be with you, man. It's going to be a fun contest. Dion Grant, not a name that I really like. No, I like Dion. He's originally from Augusta, Georgia. He's going to be one of the assistants for the East squad. Josie High School, which defeated my old high school, Cedar Shoals, in football for the state championship. He went to Tennessee and went to Carolina Panthers and won him a Super Bowl.
So he's a good basketball player as well.
Yes, Rashawn McLeod will be the head coach of the East on that side. Then for the West, it'll be Ricky Moore, the head coach as well. As you take a look at the East and the West, as we get ready for the tip here, it will be 4 10-minute quarters. And if anything like the first two games, it will be fun. The East won the select game 113-90. And then in our Rising Stars game, the East won 67-65. So it's been an East Coast type of day, even though the rosters are not split East and West.
Will the trend continue?
It's going to be very interesting. This West squad is absolutely loaded. The East squad is loaded. We talked about MJ Rice. I'm interested in seeing him. JT Thor. And then on the flip side, Dylan Hunter. I'm interested in seeing Dylan Hunter. Fabulous freshman season at Westlake. We know basketball and football both in his genes. We got to see his brother Chase and a couple of all-star events so far on SUV TV, so it will be fun. The starting lineups were not provided to us, so we'll go with them as they come out.
Our toes, man.
Yeah, they do. They do. They're going to have some fun. Dion Grant just being introduced inside the House of Blue. And there you take a look at Ricky Moore and the staff for the East. The East will be in white. The West will be in red as they peel off those jerseys. You see they have Classic on the back of the nameplate. The Underclassman All-American Showcase is an elite camp with 70 players that feature some of the top freshmen, sophomores, and middle school players in the country. This is an invitation-only camp that highlights skill development on Saturday with competitive games on Sunday. Players are chosen from the spring and summer performances by a selection committee. We get ready here for the start of this contest.
Very fitting that we have Master P playing in the background.
Yeah, I know. You're excited about that.
Yes, I am.
The East starting lineups, it'll be number 1, Hersey Miller, number 3, Deion Johnson, number 23, Harrison Ingram, number 25, John Kaminga, and number 33, Efton Reed. For the West, it'll be number 3, Christian Lander, number 23, MJ Rice, number 33, Michael Foster, number 31, Polo Banchero, and I'm missing one more starter. I'll get it in just a second. Number 5, J.D. Davidson. We are underway on our SUV TV courtside seats. Davidson immediately up and scores. J.D. Davidson out of Calhoun High School in Latahatchee, Alabama, the 6'3 guard, gets us started. Bringing it back this way, here's Kamanga. Kamanga now drops it off to the left of Miller. Miller pulls a left wing 3 on line, no good. Rebound ripped off the glass by Banchero, 6'3 out of Seattle, Washington. Quickly back, Cookie's taken, and a steal. Harrison Ingram comes away with the steal for the East. The East in the white, the West in the red. Miller now hands it over to Johnson. Johnson, 6'1", out of New York in Findlay Prep. Spins it over to Kaminga. Kaminga pulls the 3. It is off, no good. Rebound out of the guard spot comes to J.D. Davidson. Davidson pushes it across the timeline. Into the left corner, open 3, MJ Rice. It is no good. Rebound swallowed up by Foster. Foster gives it off, and the layup is good. He came and cut on a layup. MJ Rice out of Durham, North Carolina, and Durham Academy.
Kaminga is also one of the guys who has a huge reputation coming in here out of New York, really athletic, putting the ball on the floor. Learned to shoot it a little bit better over the course of this year. He has a huge reputation coming into this game.
Highly skilled, enjoyable to watch, 6'8" out of Queens, and our savior, and he's going to the free throw line now, attacking the basket below the free throw line. As you take a look at that instant replay from MJ Rice on the hoop, Kaminga free throw in and out and back in, his first points, and the seal is cracked for the East squad.
I don't like to guarantee a lot of things this early in the game, but I'm guaranteeing that he will have some highlight dunks before this game is over with.
Okay, you heard it there. In and out, no good. Rebound is ripped off the glass by Michael Foster. Foster out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Washington Infotech. Davidson now gives it over to Lander. Lander, the lefty, pulls the 3, bottom of the net. A 3 ball by Christian Lander out of Evansville, Indiana. The 6'2 guard strips the Nets on a triple. 7-1. They didn't give the 1 point to the East yet.
He shot that like an Indiana kid, didn't he?
He did. Jumper, top side, 3 ball. It skips off the rim, no good. Lander going down in the guard and gets the rebound and pushing it in transition. Here's Lander down the left of the lane. The lefty goes up off the window. It rolled off, no good. Rebound underneath by Bancho. Bancho on the other side and scores. Pablo Banchero out of Seattle, Washington, an offensive rebound and second chance opportunity. Miller sets it up, now picks up the dribble, gives it to Kaminga. Kaminga, a long 3 between the rings. It's no good. Rebound ripped off, and here comes Davidson. Long lead pass up ahead. Lander, catch, fire, a 3. No. Rebound is ripped off the glass now by Reed. Reed up ahead to Miller. Miller now gives it off to Johnson. Johnson going to attack down the right of the lane. Good defense by Davidson with the block. Davidson are going to come back this way for the West. They're running. They've got numbers 4 on 3, but he lost it in transition. We talked about the transition defense. Here's Kaminga with an alley and no oop. Tip out of bounds, and it will stay with the East.
Same thing we saw in the last game. You know, a little bit of sloppy play early as the guys get, you know, the feel of the court and feel for each other. Also playing with a different type of ball than they warmed up with as well. But like last game, they'll pick it up midway through the first quarter, definitely beginning of the second quarter.
Playing with the Bolden FIBA in the auxiliary gym. I meant to talk with you in between the games, but I had to go up and get me some jumpers up in the aux gym.
Were you stripping the nets?
Yeah, of course. And I shot with that ball because it had been a while, but it's comfortable, but it does have just a little bit of a slickness to it.
No question about it.
That's different. And I don't care how worn in the ball is. That's just kind of how it's made. Still, though, a good touch, good shooting touch.
And if you're not used to it, then it can become an issue early, especially until you get used to it.
Here's a steal. Kaminga goes up and dunks it. There's your highlight dunk.
I told you.
The guarantee.
Those are going to be coming early and often.
They didn't give him the credit for his first free throw, though. It should be 9-3.
Uh-oh.
2.5 minutes gone by in the opening frame.
I'm pretty sure Joe's going to give them a stern talking to at the first media.
Banchero, 3 ball, no good. Kaminga swallows up the glass again. You've got to love the athleticism of John Kaminga. The East operating right to left. They feed it in, turning. Put it on the floor, sweeping across the lane, all good hook, all over the window, Efton Reed.
And that's something you very rarely see nowadays is the sweeping jump hook. That was a big-time move. I'm not sure if he meant to go off the glass or not, but I still love the attempt and and the skill level that he showed.
Just going to take the right player to bring it back. The step back three is no good. Off the rebound glass is Efton Reed. Reed out of Richmond, Virginia in the 804 representing. There's a drive up by Harrison Ingram, and he is foul. Foul called on the floor. Ingram out of Dallas, Texas in St. Mark. 6'7", he gets up off the floor. The foul was called on the floor. It'll be a baseline out of bounds. As you take a look at SUV TV instant replay. 9-4, should be 9-5. 6:27 to go.
The amazing thing to me is the jump hook when Kareem did it is the most unstoppable shot in the history of basketball. He's the all-time leading scorer. Why would somebody not try to emulate that? I haven't been able to figure it out.
Coach, that concerns me too. Sometimes I worry, you know about it being in the coaching ranks and have had such success at the collegiate level. He walked, no call.
That's definitely
Some things I think are trending, but they, strip the nets. A three ball right back at you. Dior Johnson out of Friendly Pep. And New York knocks the three ball in, 9-7. It should be 9-8. Inside, turns, jump hook, no good. Rebound bounces off, and it's going to be swallowed up. Our producer, Lisa Burnett, knows it. She's going to keep the score on the graphic for you the way they have it, but I'm going to keep it correctly for you. Kuminga in and out. The free throw went in and out and made the first one, missed the second one. They didn't give him the point. Three ball on the way, good on his fanny. A back-to-back triple for Dior Johnson. No foul call.
He's heating up. 2 big-time shots. That's a tough step back there, and could have been a foul call as well.
5:35 to go in this opening frame. The East now with the lead, 11-9. There's a jumper foul, and he's coming up. MJ Rice will go to the free throw line, 6'5" out of Durham. We saw the evolution, coach, of the stretch four. Okay, and I remember Shaq said last great center. And, a lot of people think Shaq just said anything, but now your big men are being pulled away from the basket. Also, why is it we saw the jump hook? But, yes, the jump hook, the back to the basket, that from the big men, your 4 and the 5, at some point, I'm just a believer, history repeats itself. We'll be back in the game. It's just going to take someone to be effective and dominant enough to do that and make it now where you have to scout for that.
Unfortunately, everything, it's a copycat league, and when the Spurs started switching all ball screens, what that did was that forced guys to start wanting to shoot from the perimeter a little bit more. We haven't had any physical post players that were skilled enough to score around the basket. Like you said, it's going to take one guy to come in here and play with some physicality and some skill around the basket to realize that that's the way you play. You play inside out. Don't get me started on that. I'll try to stay concentrated on this game today.
But, no, this is what we're going to do. We're talking about young men. Look, the talent, the Kuminga, we're going to be talking about him basketball-wise for the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, if not longer. There's a back-to-the-basket jump hook. Oh, a wedgie alert. It's a jump ball. Possession will go to the West.
But you can tell he's a young man that, his team obviously throws him the ball in the post, and he's had some coaching where guys have taught him different moves, because right here he tries a jump hook from a difficult angle, and regardless of the results, it's just good to see, refreshing to see a big man have some moves and some touch around the rim.
And also, I'm going to put some of the onus on the guards. Get it to them.
No question.
Get it down there to them. You can feed it to the post, repost.
But, again, a copycat league, and Steph Curry is shooting the ball, and dancing in the crowd, and that's what the kids see, and that's what they rather emulate versus, playing the right way and getting the easiest shot available.
I understand that, though, but if I know I've got a post down there that can score, eventually you're going to have to double, and my shot is going to be even
easier,
more wide open.
And it's going to be easier. I agree with you, but I'm just trying to get into the minds of the young kids, and I think they're just looking more for the highlights and what they see on TV, what's sensationalized versus playing the game the right way.
Mass substitution for both teams. We'll get them updated as we come down. Under 5 minutes ago, the baseline drive is cut off there by Dallin Coleman. Coleman defensively comes away with a turnover and a steal. Here they come back running this way. Lead pass up ahead. Layup to Corey Richardson. It was blocked. Get that shot out of here. Recovered by Lynn Kidd. Now he gives it up ahead. Long spin pass up. Open. Bradley. Step back. 3 ball. No, it's going to be a long 2. Tipped underneath. Fight for it. And an outlet pass comes up ahead. Here comes the East running now. All the way, play up, and no good. It rolled off. Going to have to get an adjustment there. Number 10, I think that's AJ, into the contest, left off of the East roster. Dylan Hunter is now into the contest as well. Number 5. Oh,
nice.
The 3 goes Keontae George. 6'4" out of Louisville, Texas.
And again, another trend that we've seen, talking about trends, is guys shoot mostly threes or layups. We got a mid-range jump shot right there, but that has kind of become, it's kind of become like a dinosaur. It's become extinct.
Dylan Hunter missed. There's an attack. Bull in the China shop. No good. Rebound ripped off for the glass. And now here comes Chet Holgram. Holgram with the glass. Up to Hunter. Hunter spins it over to George. George a three. Good. That was Dylan Coleman that hit the three earlier. I said Keontae George. George came back and just popped this one in for the East. The East in the white, the West in the red, and it's 15-13. Jumper got to the spot. It rail in, fell in. Jaden Bradley out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Nice mid-range jumper there off the ball screen.
Dylan Hunter, three ball, no good. Dylan's perimeter game will come along. Former CP3 rising star, starting point guard this year for Westlake, and a layup good as Chet Holgram, the 7-footer out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. You know what he was doing yesterday, Coach LeBerry?
What was he doing?
He was winning a Minnesota State championship yesterday. Put it up, no rebound. Stop underneath, cut up, and it fell off, no good.
Won the state championship yesterday, traveled today to come play in this event. That says a lot about him and his family.
Samuel Adedo with the foul. I'm going to tease that a little bit more. 7-footer out of Houston. Yes, won the state championship in Minneapolis, Minnesota yesterday, got on a plane, and now he's here in Norcross, Georgia, and on SUV TV, the SUV TV. At the free throw line, Samuel Ademine, the 7-footer out of Houston, Texas, and St. Thomas Episcopal. The first free throw is good.
He has a college-ready body already. Looks very athletic, long. So far, has played with a good motor. Looks like a very intriguing prospect.
Second free throw. Back iron, in and out. No, Holgram swallows up the glass and smacks it hard. Outletting it to Hunter.
I like the swagger of Holgram's game. He's very thin, but you can tell he's very confident in himself, kind of has a good feel for the game, talking to guys, telling guys to space out. Nice shot fake right here.
Couple steak and potatoes.
Needs it bad. A couple biscuits like you talked about earlier.
Biscuits and gravy. He'll be all right. Three ball off, no good. Rebound hit the floor, picked up by the West, and here's Jaden Bradley. Bradley up ahead. The pass was stolen away. The East now really making things happen. Long lead pass to Holgram. Catch, recovers, gives it off. Layup is good to Keontae George. George now with 5 points in the contest. 6'4" out of Louisville, Texas.
You can see Holgram is extremely skilled. Really nice catch and transition on difficult pass. Took his time. Nice assist.
18-17.
It should be 18 off. 2:03 to go. 18-17 on the scoreboard, the East and the West. A very good first quarter so far. Joel Hillsman, Darryl LeBerry, courtside, and our SUV TV courtside seats.
I sure hope this game doesn't come down to a one-point game because you're going to let them have it.
Between the quarter break, I'm going to go let him know he made the free throw. That's where it came from. Here's George between the rings. He spins it over on the right side to Corey Richardson. Richardson now puts it on the floor. The pass was deflected and stolen. Good job defensively in by Adam Sanongo. Sanongo transferred over to the West. There's a jumper. It is back over. No good. Tip. Sanongo underneath. Puts it up and scores.
And he did one of your things that you're in love with. He got a rebound, kept it high. Nice finish.
Chet Holgram flew in from Minneapolis with that one. Foul.
And when he adds a little bit of weight and a little bit of strength, that'll be an and one dunk right here. But nice aggressive take to the rim.
Coach, how important, or how, I don't want to say how important, but how much emphasis is put on it once a senior gets his first year freshman year and he's on campus with his 3 meals and his weight program? How much is that implemented at the collegiate level?
It's implemented from day one as soon as you step on campus. For whatever reason, most high school kids don't know the proper way to eat, and a lot of kids don't have the proper strength and conditioning program or a coach that can put you through the proper strength and conditioning program. So there's usually the biggest jump and adjustment is the speed of the game as well as the athleticism and physicality when you jump to the collegiate level.
3 seconds.
3-second call. West on the scoreboard with a 1-point lead. I will go remind them in between the quarters where the free throw came. Unless I saw the ref wave it off, which I didn't see.
I'm pretty sure you're correct, and they have a 1-point error.
It's a 1-point error. There's a drive-by. Oh, Hunter, look at Chet Holgram again around the basket. Dylan Hunter drives and was fouled. Dylan Hunter will be going to the free throw line.
And you can see why he won a state championship. He's all over the place and extremely skilled for his length that he brings to the table. And I think people sleep on Minnesota basketball. I mean, you got Amir Kofu who's playing for the University of Minnesota right now. They got a big kid on there, last name John, who starts for University of Minnesota. I mean, they got some good players coming out of there. They have their programs, Tyus Jones, Trey Jones, 2 guards that have started at Duke and led those teams at the point guard from freshman year. So good basketball players are coming from all over the place right now.
What's the other guy from Minneapolis? Jaden. I forget his last name.
At which school?
Top-ranked recruit. It'll come to me. Jaden, I mean, he gets buckets upon buckets upon buckets.
Jalen Suggs.
There you go.
He's really
Jalen
good.
Suggs, yes. That's it.
Played starting quarterback as well.
Yes. Turnover. Oh! Get off the poster! Adam Sanaga out of New York just put him in the poster machine with the right-hand hammer. Oh, my goodness.
Holgren, we love you and we love your enthusiasm, but it's a little bit more athletic out here than you saw yesterday in the state championship game. If you jump too late, you end up on a poster.
That is a poster. Put that on the clearance rack, $2.99, and it'll be in the wall in some young man's room. Do they still do that? Or am I dating myself?
I think you're dating yourself,
Hunter
unfortunately.
hesitates. 3 ball. What is a wallpaper, a screensaver?
Now they have fat heads that they put up. And
Okay, yeah, that's right.
screensavers, like you said.
J.D. Davidson on the outlet with the dunk.
They're probably just a couple days away from creating some kind of imaging where you can just put it from a screen up until your wall. It's not even really there.
Oh man, projection.
Projection, exactly.
24-20 at the end of the first quarter. You're watching the 2019 Underclassman All-American National Classic game on SUV TV.
If you want to catch these games, all 3 games, live or on demand, you can watch it at the AT&T, the SUV TV. The SUV TV. Let's thank our sponsors for today, Rap Snacks, Divine Intervention, Peace Youth Foundation. If you want to in town, stop at City Barbecue. Who's busy? Play picks for us, my mom. And there's another place you can go out and get some eat today if you're around downtown, Sweet Auburn Seafood. Let's thank our sponsors for today. Don't forget Hoopers Only TV. Hoopers Only TV. Possession goes to the east.
Joe Hilsman and Darryl Rivera back here with you in our SUV TV courtside seats. The new score is 24-21. Now I've got to get my producer to get it right. I got them right. Let's get them right. 3 ball. He thought Kuminga had missed both free throws.
Okay.
And see, I prevented it from going to video replay.
Fell asleep at the wheel early.
It's all right, man. It's the 3rd game for some.
Another
sweeping
running
shot
jump hook. Okay. I like to see this.
Kajani Wright out of Los Angeles, California in Whitworth School.
Big time lob, catch and finish by Michael Foster right there in traffic.
6'8" out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 26-23. Now going to drive a turnover out of bounds, and it will go back to the West. The West in red, the East in white. Joe Hilsman, Darryl Rivera, glad that you are with us. The SUV TV.com. Game number 3 of the 2019 Under Armour Underclassman All-American Classic. The 2019 Underclassman All-American Classic. This is the National Classic game right here. The East has won the previous 2 games, the middle school game and the select game. So it was
Michael Foster showing us a little range. He just caught the lob in traffic. Now he steps out and shoots the 3 off the jab. He's showing us his whole game today.
showing the range. The Rising Stars game, the select game, and now we're at the classic game, and that's a steal. Michael Foster's all over the place. Going to show the versatility in the open floor all the way. Oh, give me some butter. No, it melted before I could put it on the roll.
I think he traveled on that one as well.
29-23, turnover.
I still love the skill level that he showed at his height and athleticism, though.
Very much so.
East is winning the red. West is winning the
In
white.
and out. Going to drive all the way, took contact, up, no good. Rebound is going to come off. They'll push it this way. Here comes Hersey Miller. Miller surveying the floor, hesitates, now gets below the foul line, goes up, shot is no good. Rebound is recovered. Power dribble, jump hook, and it fell on in. Kajani Wright now back-to-back field goals out of Windward School in Los Angeles, California. 6'8" small forward with a nice upside and a soft touch on the jump hook.
Another jump hook. As we anticipated, though, aggression and the energy has really picked up from both sides. Both guys getting a little used to playing with each other and, getting more comfortable in this game, in this scenario. But again, very impressive, all the jump hooks and post work that we're seeing from both teams.
How about that? Blanchard got it to move. That was a beautiful move. Pablo Banchero out of Seattle, Washington.
For that size, that's an impressive move. He caught it down there. He had a game plan. He knew exactly what he wanted to go to. Got to his little step back jumper. Soft touch off the glass.
6'8", and got the roll. Nice drive and score. Harrison Ingram out of Dallas, Texas, and St. Mark's. His first field goal, 4-point ball game. Little more than 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. 4 10-minute quarters. Ingram to Pablo. Oh, Pablo from the elbow. Short. Rebound hit the floor. Scooped up and down. Here comes Ingram. Ingram with it into the forecourt with the left-hand dribble. Left his feet on the pass over to Miller. Miller now around the screen. Miller going to attack. He dropped it off. Foster comes away with it.
Nice move.
Oh, beautiful ball movement to Banchero with the dunk. Sharing and caring and transition bucket. Pablo Banchero gets the end result with the dunk. 33-27. It is a 6-point advantage as we go under 7 minutes.
Michael Foster has been extremely impressive with his package that he's put out here. Ball handling, passing, shooting, alley-oops. He's done it all.
Showing you the game from Wisconsin and Milwaukee. Now, I'll just mess with you. You probably are thinking of someone else, but who's one of the most famous guys out of Milwaukee basketball that you can name? No, there is no Google in front of us.
No,
people.
there's not. I'm in trouble right now. I mean, the only thing I can go is recent past, and he's not famous at all, but he plays on a really good team. Looney, who plays for the Golden State Warriors out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
At a block on the break. Dunked it home with the right hand hammer, MJ Rice.
Big time finish by MJ
Yeah,
Rice.
Looney is very successful. Yeah. I'm dating myself again, though.
No, I knew it was somebody a little bit older. That's why I said recent history.
A timeout call. You take a look at MJ Rice. How about Latrell Sprewell?
Latrell Sprewell, what a name. Unfortunately, he'll be remembered for the incident with P.J. Carlissimo, but he was a great player. 6'7",
I remember what he
athletic.
did at Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa at Alabama.
Oh, he was a bad boy. He could score with the best of them.
Put that ball in the bucket.
Go full speed, dunking on you, change directions, make the mid-range, got to the point where he was making threes, offensive rebound. He was really good.
Timeout on the floor. The SUV TV's coverage of the 2019 Under Armour Classic All-American Classic game right here on SUV TV. Eight-point contest. So Hillsman Delaberry and our SUV TV courtside seats inside the House of Blue, Norcross High School. Glad that you're with us. Inbound, and now here's Lander. Lander jab step, now feeds it into the post. All turning Dirk off 1 foot, no good. Rebound by Harsey Miller. Miller now gives it over to Johnson. Johnson across the timeline. He'll spin it into the corner and gives it off the right. Right now back out to the top, hands it to Miller. They'll set it up with under 6 minutes to go in this second quarter.
You can see the difference in just 1 year of maturity, how this game has a little bit more structure to it. Guys are taking a little bit better shots. The defensive floor balance has been a lot better. There haven't been as many dunks in transition. Just 1 year makes a huge difference in basketball development and IQ.
Five and a half to go. Pablo feeds it in, all back to the basket, turning and fading.
Wow.
It fell off, no good by Foster.
He shot that with confidence, like that's one of his moves that he goes to.
In transition, he'll pick it up now is Cali. Sekou Cali into the contest now. Out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Cali has it on the left block. One dribble, turn, fell down, lost it, picked up and stolen by Pablo. I like Pablo Banchero as well,
He's
Coach.
played extremely well and very skilled for his size.
Davidson shovels it off. Lander goes up. It was bothered and blocked, but Pablo was right there to put it back in. Pablo Banchero now with 8 points. Odeya High School in Seattle, Washington.
Seems to have great hands, nice touch around the rim, can shoot it. Good feel for the game as well.
Jumper is no good. Rebound comes off to Michael Foster. Foster with a long lead pass up ahead to Lander. Lander goes with an alley. No oop. It is recovered by Bancho, who goes to the corner. Oh, I'm going to show the range. No, it looked like he got fouled. Long outlet pass. Here comes Harsey Miller. Oh, make him say, oh, it rolled in and out. It came out. Miller couldn't get it, left the 2 points up there. Now going to drive. Here comes Foster. Foster, step back. 3 ball. No, sideline. Rebound chased down in the corner by Pablo Banchero. He is all over the place. I'm loving me some Pablo Banchero right at the moment. Lander, step back, the lefty. 3, no good. Rebound, tipped, fight for it. Out of bounds over by the trainer's table. Remember, Next Generation Hoops is coming up next right here on SUV TV, coming up soon. The Next Generation Hoops Grassroots Tournament calendar right here on SUV TV. Who knows which of those events Coach and I'll be at? Probably some of them, if not all of them, if not one of them. But either way, they will be right here on SUV TV.
As always, a ton of great events in the Atlanta area, and SUV TV covers all of them.
Hesitate. AJ gonna turn, spins it over. There's a short corner jumper. No good. Rebound is going to come off, and George could not get it. Here comes Coleman in transition. Coleman now bounces it. Oh, beautiful. Extra dribble. Didn't need it, but he still swung on the rim. Adams say, ayo.
After the first time when he dunked on Holgram, I don't know if anyone else is going to jump with him for the rest of the game today.
Yes, very true.
I'm pretty sure everybody has a vivid memory of that.
Kaminga back in. The 3 ball is no good. Rebound hit the floor, but it's going to be attacked. Bringing back in is Corey Richardson. AJ again with the hoop. His first field goal, and now here's Dallas Coleman back this way. Here's a drive by Bradley. Bradley stop. Oh, beautiful move. And goes off the window. Jaden Bradley out of Cannon School in Charlotte, North Carolina. The 6'3" frame scores.
Great patience and poise. Comes to, again, a 2-foot jump stop, which is a basic basketball play. Lets the defender jump by. Finishes with a nice soft touch off the glass.
Kaminga left his feet. Pass was stolen. When you leave your feet on the pass, it usually winds up with a steal. Coleman on the break. Layup good. Dallin Coleman, the 6'3", guard out of Calhoun, Florida, West Nassau County. 43-29, lead beginning to balloon a little bit for the West. East in trouble. In the corner is George. George now trying to feed it into the post. Back to the basket. Nice move. Get that shot out of here. Oh, Adam Sonoya now with the win protection. Here they come in transition. Lost the handle on it. Coleman now he recovers. It's picked up defensively soundly by Richardson. Gives it to Pablo. Oh, no, that's a jumper. It is short. No good by Kajani Wright. Rebound comes off now, and here comes the East running back this way. Long pass over to Kaminga. Kaminga walk, no call. 3 ball, badly missed. Rebound underneath by the West. In-to-end action right now, but no scoring. Long lead pass up ahead and a turnover.
Kaminga's doing a little too much on the perimeter right now. As we talked about, as we alluded to earlier in the telecast, he's a big-time athlete who's great around the rim, but I think he's trying to prove to everyone that he can do a lot of stuff on the perimeter as well.
2 minutes to go. Miss Producer, I told you don't listen to that. There's a jumper, no good. Rebound. They fight for it, and it is going to be East ball. East trailing 43-29 to the West. The West in the red, the East in the white. I'm Joel Hillsman. He's Darryl LeBerry. 1:52 to go here in this first half. Kaminga catches. He's worked on defensively by Lynn Kidd. Turns and faces on him. Tries to go baseline. Did too much out of bounds. You mentioned it, doing a little too much out on the perimeter, but I do want to see him attack, but he had to force it right there.
But if he can just catch it, 8 to 10 feet away from the rim, take 1 or 2 dribbles, and then just use his athleticism, he'll be more effective.
SUVTV.com.
Pass, save back out near the Rap Snacks logo here at the House of Blue. Around the screen, stop, elbow, traveling violation.
The referees doing their best to try to let the kids play and showcase their ability, but every now and then when you see a play that's that egregious, you have to step in and make the call.
We call it up and down.
That's what we called it back in the day. Does it change? It's traveling now? Up and down, because you went up and you came down and nothing happened.
Exactly. And there's a travel right there when you move your foot without dribbling. A turnover, 88 seconds to go here in this second quarter. Here comes Corey Richardson. Richardson lost it, recovered it, back to Kaminga. Kaminga sets, fires 3, stripped the nets. A 3 ball by John Kaminga. Kaminga now with 6 points in the contest. A quiet first half. A lot of it spent on the bench for Kuminga.
There was.
Kidd, short corner, jumper, in and out. Kuminga swallows up the glass. He's running. He's got Reed running with him. Now here comes Kuminga. Kuminga downhill all the way and dunked it home.
And that's when he's at his best, when he's attacking and using his athleticism. That's who he is as a player.
Right back at you, no good. Bradley couldn't get it to finish. Here comes Adam Sonoya. Sonoya spins it off, and there's a steal by Richardson. Keontae George, excuse me. George, oh, nice bounce pass.
Okay. Okay. Everybody better watch your head today because everybody's attacking the rim and trying to put on a show. If you're going to go to try to block a shot around the rim, you better be aggressive and make contact with the ball or a hand, otherwise you will be part of a poster.
Make sure next weekend you check out the Big Baller Brand All-American Game on SUV TV March the 31st in Las Vegas. The Big Baller Brand All-American Game on SUV TV. Free throw is good. One more coming up. It rolled off, no good. Rebound is ripped off by Adam Sonoya. So I can go. Oh, there's a jump. Bradley was fouled, no good. Rebound comes off. 8-point ball game, half minute to go, and a whistle underneath.
Adam is another throwback big. I mean,
yes,
he just imposed his will with his physicality around the rim with an unbelievable shot block early. He had the great finish and one dunk, and he's rebounded at a high level. He's a very good prospect.
Sanango has played very well. I'm impressed with him. 6 points. He's got some rim protection. He's affecting the game, and one of the things is the defense is there. Kuminga, 3-ball. It is good. So John Kuminga now trying to warm to the task.
Starting to pick it up. Starting to pick it up. He's the guy with all the hype and the buzz, and now he's starting to live up to it.
I mean, you just have to love it. You see the flashes of early, unable to get a shot off. We are at the end of the first half. The West with a 43-38 lead on the East. You're watching the 2019 Underclassman All-American National Classic Game on SUV TV. Second half coming up in just a few moments.
What is it about some places? The places where we feel a sense of fellowship, where service is of the highest priority, whether to each other or to ourselves. A journey familiar like a warm bath for the soul. Along the way we may get lost, but we always seem to find a friendly hand reaching out, guiding us the way back there, where we owe it to our younger selves, just to feel like we're getting a little bit better at us. This place will always be there for you. This place is sacred, because this place is home.
Heels or flats? Heels. Around here, we're decision-making pros. But when she got injured last season, I almost made the wrong decision. I thought I could take her where I rehabbed my knee. But her coach told me, take her to Children's. No thanks. All that experience helped my daughter heal faster and come back stronger.
Now we just need to decide where I'll play in college. Road trip.
LeBerry back here with you in our SUV TV courtside seats for the 2019 Underclassman All-American National Classic game, brought to you by All Metro Hoop City Barbecue, Divine Intervention, Sweet Auburn Seafood, Wrap Snacks, and Peace Youth Foundation. East Coast LeBerry, I'm Joel Hillsman. Glad that you're with us. The West with a 43-38 lead, and I'm taking a look at the leading scorers. It's been a lot of sharing and caring, but Pablo Banchero out of Seattle, Washington with 8 points, but you were impressed also with Adam Sonoya out of New York with 6 points and what he's been able to do offensively and defensively.
In today's era where guards typically dominate games, the bigs have been excellent in this game. Pablo has great hands. He's very skilled. He showed athleticism around the rim, and Adam Sonogo has just he had the play of the game where he dunked on Holgram earlier. He's rebounded everything. He blocked one that almost went up into the 5th or 6th row of the bleachers. But the bigs have been excellent in this game, and looking forward to a fast-paced, more comfortable game for everyone as they settle into it in the second half.
The East finished the first half very strong thanks to John Kuminga. Kuminga now the leading scorer with 3, 6, 8, 10 with 11 points for the East. Their only double-figure scorer, D.R. Johnson, with 6 points, all that from beyond the arc. But it's Kuminga that's making the East go and close the gap to 5 at the end of the quarter.
Kuminga is the guy who everybody put on the billboards for this game. He's the guy with all the hype, with all the buzz. He has the national name. He was down there for a little bit at Lincoln Academy earlier. Finished, yeah, that's a whole nother story.
Yes.
Finished back in New York where he's from, and he came out early, had the windmill dunk, then got into some foul trouble, didn't play, and now he's come back in and kind of imposed his will on the game.
Well, we get ready for the third quarter right here. Joe Hillsman, Dale LeBerry, and your SUV courtside seats. The West in red, the East in white. Sometimes you just need the play-by-play guys to do what they do, and the PA guys to do what they do. 43-38. That's going to be my last comment on it.
I don't think so, but I enjoyed it regardless.
We'll leave it alone. How many corrections is that I've had to make?
At least 4 that I can think of.
Holmgren has it. No, I mean, that's just the SUV TV way. We get it right. Floater up and in, good. A nice move by D.R. Johnson. Johnson now with 8 points in the contest.
And he made 2-3 earlies, and then it seemed like he didn't get as much playing time as well, but he had an early impact on the game, and he's going to need to impact it in the second half as well.
Landers' long 3 is no good. Oh, little Spinderella by Johnson. Johnson kicks it across to Kuminga. Catch fire. Right wing 3 on line. Bottom of the net. John Kuminga now has it going. He has 14 in the contest.
Now the New York guys are kind of imposing their will on the game. That was a New York to New York connection.
And we're tied at 43 with 9:13 to go as you take a look at our SUV TV instant replay from Kuminga.
And we criticized Kuminga early for taking so many jump shots, but now he's made back-to-back threes and kind of showing his all-around game. So I guess sometimes we got to sit over here and telecast the game and let the players on the court play the game.
Well, I call that warming to the task. Look, he had a very, very strong final 2 minutes of that first half and second quarter, and now it's bled over. And now we've got an even ball game, 43-43.
And he, as well as his team, has now, taken over the momentum of the game, and they're going to try to take the lead here and maybe even create a little separation.
9:13 to go, 43-43. Joel Hillsman, Darren LeBerry, and our SUV TV courtside seats. Glad that you are with us. The East and the West tied at 43. The West in red. Davidson inbounds it, and he gives it over to Christian Lander out of Evansville, Indiana. He'll come across the timeline to southpaw. Dribbles between the legs, goes behind the back, uses the screen out left of the lane. Lander goes up. Kuminga bothered and blocked it. Rebound comes out Michael Foster. Foster had a very, very impactful first half as well, Coach.
Foster and Pablo, to me, kind of control the.
Get out the way! Swinging and sitting on the rim, Samuel Adamaid, the 7-footer. He has 3 points out of St. Thomas Episcopal in Houston.
This West team is as athletic as we've seen. I mean, they got 4 or 5 guys that are just dunking on people over and over again.
Kuminga, a bevy of moves, step back, step in. Now gives it on the floor. Here comes Johnson. Johnson worked on now, fading on Lander. Front iron, rebound hit the floor, coming off now in transition, and now here comes MJ Rice. Rice is going to come down all the way. Rice up, it bouncing and rolled off. No good. So MJ Rice will be going to the free throw line. A 6'5" soft forward out of Durham, North Carolina, will be going to the free throw line. Rice in the contest now has 6 points. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line.
He's really been good in the open court. He had the early, really athletic dunk, but he has great quickness for his size from the perimeter. Plays with some physicality. Doesn't mind the contact. Missed the free throw right there, but so far he's had a really good game.
We'll get one more. In, and it fell in. Wanted to come out, but it went in. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. It's 46-43, a 3-point lead for the West. 8:20 to go. Kuminga, step back, left wing 3, in and out. Rebound is swallowed up and kept high by Samuel Adamaid. Adamaid brings it up. Here comes J.D. Davidson. Davidson to the corner. Rice, a 3, hill of the rim, no good. Rebound off the A.J. Long lead pass. He's going up for Johnson. Johnson, layup good. Lander was chasing him, but too much Johnson. He's in double figures with 10.
Johnson's really good, has a good feel for the game, plays with a lot of swagger, very confident in his ability to score and also create offense for his teammates.
Davidson down the lane. Oh, beautiful pass into Adamaid and a foul by Kuminga. I like that unselfish play there by J.D. Davidson on the dime drop. He's out of Calhoun High School in Lappahatchie, Alabama. Around the screen, you see it there.
And J.D. made some great plays early in the game, scoring for himself, but on that one right there, great ball screen read, nice drop off. Would have been nice for the big man to finish that one, but at least he gets 2 shots from the free throw line.
Chet Holmgren was in on the play. Free throw is off, no good from Samuel Adamaid. 7-footer now, struggling from the free throw line in the contest. He's 1 of 3 substitutions. Holmgren and AJ go out.
Hopefully we have the reverse free throw curse you just gave him.
Kajani Wright, see, that's you. And Efton Reed checks in. I'm gonna
see what I'm saying? There we go. Look at it. You gave him I told you the reverse curse. You told him he's struggling from the line. He knocks it down.
I'm working with LeBarry, y'all. I'm working with him. I'm gonna get him tight, man. I'm gonna get him tight. Spin on the right block, goes up. Good job by Lander defensively. Now there's Reed open, no good. Rebound to Lander. Lander being active here in the early moments. Here comes Michael Foster. Yes, sir, with a booming dunk. Out of Washington Infotech, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
He's good. I don't know where he's ranked or who's recruiting him, but he's a good player. Doing a good job on Kuminga as well defensively.
Foul call. And thinking of Michael Foster out of Milwaukee makes me think of, I've got a name for you. Here's your nugget. Here's why you hang around Jay Hillsman, all right?
Okay.
Stephen Clay. Remember that name. Young freshman, had a very, very good season in the Milwaukee area. Team didn't do so well.
Okay.
But he was a member of the CP3 Rising Stars here on SUV TV and won multiple awards as a freshman. Stephen Clay, there's your Milwaukee drop for you.
They got some good basketball out there, man. I've been impressed with the guys I've seen coming out of there. I don't know if you remember, I can't remember what Trey's last name is. Really small guard, played at Texas Southern last year, averaged about 20 points a game. Went down to, went down to the prep school in Florida, but he was on that same team with Looney, and he actually was ranked higher than Kevon Looney, even though he was 5'7", big-time scorer.
Kuminga split the free throws, and then MJ Rice came back and dropped a 2 ball.
I didn't know MJ Rice could do that as well. So far, most of his stuff's been at the basket. Nice jump shot right there in transition.
All right, expensive seats. Now, these the SUV TV courtside seats. Got to be ready. 3 minutes gone by here in this second half. Joel Hillsman, Darren LeBarry, glad that you're with us wherever you are, live and on demand on the SUV TV's coverage of the 2019 Underclassman All-American National Classic game. Dylan Hunter hesitates, floats it up. It rolled off, no good. Back tap, and now MJ Rice has it. MJ now with his head up, spins it over to Lander. Lander catch, hesitate, put it on the floor, now dumps it down low to Foster. It went in good. Beautiful dime drop.
That's a big-time pass, and then again, I'm telling you, this Michael Foster kid is a problem around the rim, and he is competing on both ends of the court.
I like it. Stock has to be rising right before your very eyes. He has 9 points, 54-46. Kaminga one way and the other, picked up by Blanchero, tried to go off the window. Tip follow is good. Nice by Efton Reed. I like Efton Reed as well. 6'11" out of Richmond, Virginia, and Stewart School. That's the 804.
Efton Reed is a really talented player. I think
Steal.
a couple times. Oh, Showtime. Told you he was going to have multiple dunks by him.
Boom. Then home on the break. That's John Kaminga with the stealing jam.
Michael
Foster
right back at you.
sidestep to Banchero. Banchero up and in and scores. I like Pablo Banchero as well. I'm really impressed with his game. You can go find him in the northwest corner of the country in Seattle, Washington. Miller feeds it in, back to the basket, turning, jump hook not there for Kazani Wright. They come away with it now. Here comes Lander. Lander survey ain't moving. Nice little hesitate, goes up with the left hand off the window and scores. Christian Lander.
He is
transition.
silky smooth, man.
In control, knew what he wanted to do on the break.
And he can really shoot it from the perimeter as well as putting the ball on the floor and making plays.
Miller hesitates. Now he's going to drive and put it up with the left hand. It rolled off, no good. Rebound, Banchero gets it up ahead. Here's Foster. Watch out. Off the window for Banchero. That was not really well executed, but they get the offensive rebound and then turn it over out of bounds.
Every time Banchero and Foster have been in at the same time, the West team has gone on a run. They just impact the game so much with their athleticism, their energy, their enthusiasm. They got to find a way for those two guys to play on the same, on the court at the same time.
You know what would really be a problem? They just brought Adam Sanago back
Play
in,
all
but if
three
they
of them.
had all three of
all
them
three
in,
of
oh
them.
my. And Christian Lander, and I go with J.D. Davis, and that would be my lineup. But I like this. MJ Rice has it now. Back out. Here's Banchero. Elbow jumper. Could not get the roll over the back. I like the aggressiveness, though. I'll take that. Loose ball foul. 5:07 to go, 58-50.
As coaches, some fouls are good fouls and offensive rebounding fouls. Aggressive defensive plays are good fouls. So you'll take that from your team because you know those are energy plays and they're playing with great effort.
Kevin Zing checks into the contest. 6'8", out of Montverde Academy via China. What's Zing going to do? In the corner, Miller has it. Spins it back out. Here's A.J. A.J. puts it on the floor. Now he gives it over to Hersey Miller. Miller now picked up the dribble, shoots it down low. Turnover. He tried to hit Kajani Wright out of Los Angeles, California, in Woodward School, who has 4 points in the contest because of a turnover. Here's Jaden Bradley back into the contest out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He's in possession. He's worked on by Miller. He goes underneath and stepped on the end line as he tried to force his way down the baseline. A turnover for the West. Taking a look there at Master P. Oh, I see Dylan Hunter's mom, Brandy Decker, in the picture as well.
We also have Romeo Miller in the building as well.
Kick it out, almost a steal, and here comes Banchero. Banchero on the break, gives it off and a slam dunk. Adam Sanaya.
Good unselfish play, and sometimes you don't see that in all-star games. Banchero, some guys will just take that shot because they have the advantage as well, but nice pass and a nice finish on a dunk.
Johnny Wright came right back and gets his 6-point of the day. Drive, layup, and score by J.D. Davidson.
J.D. is a good player, man. Really, really quick, long arms, great feel for making plays in the ball screen. Crafty, looks like he competes on both ends of the court. He's very, very talented. Nice finish for him in transition on that last play, kind of a secondary break situation.
Love to see the basketball community and everybody come out. Here's Miller across the timeline with the right-hand dribble. Here's a cross. He's going to go, spins it to the right, open, 3-ball, right, good. He bottomed it out, and the assist to Hersey Miller.
Hersey Miller still trying to figure out his game, but it looks like he's a kind of a driver and distributor. Done a good job moving the ball around and creating shots for his teammates. Unfortunately, haven't been able to get on the board offensively yet.
Yeah, Hersey Miller, 6'2", out of West Hill, driving down low. Oh, he got it blocked.
Wow.
Jump ball right there. Adam Sanango, oh my. Turnover, and it goes to the East. East trying to climb back in it. They caught him at 43, but since then it's been a 19-12 push, and that hence the 7-point lead.
Looked like Sanogo was trying to lay that one up instead of going to his dunk. Next time he'll remember to finish aggressively the way he did in the first quarter.
Kicks it back out. Open 3-ball on the way. Good. So Kajani Wright has warmed to the task now. Back-to-back 3 balls. He's in double figures with 12.
California and Los Angeles well represented in this event.
Man, Tyler Powell played very well in the select game. Here's Zing. Zing picked up the dribble, and he spins it back out to the top to Bradley. Bradley now going to step into a 3-ball. It is good. He rattled it right on down the milk crate. Jaden Bradley, a 3. Long lead pass, catch, layup, and rolled off by Sekou Cali. Banchero to Zing. Zing, catch, a 3 on the way. It is off. No, rebound, tip. Fought for
Pablo.
Banchero, up and get and scored.
With
Man,
the
he's
left hand.
all over
He
there.
is doing it all.
12 points in the contest for Pablo Banchero. Here's Miller. Miller going to drive left of the lane, picked up the dribble. Here's Kajani Wright. White will walk with the basketball.
Good call. Good call. And he just made 2 threes, so he probably should have taken that one as well. There have obviously been a lot of talented and good players in this game, but I don't think anyone has been better than Pablo Banchero.
I like it. Between Pablo, Michael Foster, Adam Shenango, and John Kamingo, yeah, you are absolutely right.
All those guys are long and athletic. And
Zing attacking, stops, turns, goes up with the left hand, and he was fouled. So Kevin Zing, 6'8", out of Mount Verde, will go to the free throw line. His native land is China.
from the famed Mount Verde Academy, looks like he's, a little uncomfortable so far in this situation, but nice to see him start to play a little bit more aggressive. And if he sees one go down, hopefully he can pick it up for the remainder of this game.
You love to get the opportunity at the free throw line. He missed the first one. He'll get another one. Sometimes that's all it takes to get you going.
And China has made a huge push as far as basketball goes. They do a good job of, marketing our better players over there. Kobe Bryant goes over there a lot. James Harden goes over there a lot. Chris Paul goes over there.
Derrick Rose
is over there all the time. I mean, they have such a massive population, and basketball is a very popular sport over there.
Derrick Rose is beloved in China.
He's beloved everywhere.
I mean, he is, but a lot of people don't realize Rose's impact in China.
No question.
A lot of people here think of the injuries, but they were loving him before the injuries, and they stuck with him after the injuries. But you've mentioned a long laundry list of key basketball players, but, man, Derrick Rose still doing it and makes his yearly trip over there every August.
He had a terrific season this year. I don't know how much you followed him, but he had a big-time season this year, man.
See, I just looked at Coach LeBaire. He said he didn't know how much I followed him.
I felt like I stole something. I apologize.
Man, should have been an all-star.
I agree. A little bit injury-riddled, but he had a great year regardless.
Had a 50-ball game.
Yes, he did.
And you know what's also interesting? Oh, that jumper is
he
good.
He can shoot it, can he? For
Man,
that size?
Kazani, right. You haven't heard much about him, and you might not have thought about this, and I'm not starting nothing because it's already over. Since Tibbs has been gone, you hadn't heard that much about Rose.
I agree. A lot of people associate them for whatever reason, I guess because they were together in Chicago. But
banking hours, Jaden Bradley. Listen, I covered the Bulls during that time. There's a chemistry there. You know how you just connect with some coaches.
Yep.
Thibs understands. And there's been one person that's never blamed Thibs for keeping him in the game with the injury, Rose.
I agree.
So, I just think that Rose was just so powerful and so explosive so early. And we, being median fans, got spoiled by it. 3-ball, hill of the rim, no good. And they act like he had a crap year in New York. He didn't.
He did not. Unfortunately, injuries are just part of the game, man.
Yeah. And how you adjust. Let's go ask Sean Livingston how it is.
He had to totally adjust and adapt his game, didn't he?
How many rings he got now?
3, right?
And his role?
Yeah.
And his injury was
catastrophic at one point.
Drive, foul called on the floor.
A lot of people from the Midwest might not be familiar with who you're talking about, but Sean Livingston was one of the best players to come out of high school basketball. He was highly rated. Everybody thought he was I guess what would be considered now a one-and-done type. Had a major injury to his kneecap and had to transform his game from athletic, big point guard to kind of a more cerebral, under control, hybrid guard/wing now, and he can really do it all and has been instrumental in Golden State's ability to win championships.
I think it's been, 2019? I think it's been 13 years since that injury.
At least.
I remember it like yesterday.
Yeah.
I was watching the game live.
I didn't see it live.
I was watching it live.
I think he injured it again when he tried to come back.
Still, the first time, though, will make anybody cringe.
Yeah.
Anybody. Free throws, no good. We're in the final half minute, 73-60. The West holding the lead on the East. Zing now gives it in. Here's Adams and Ago. Tanago going to turn. Jump hook fading away. No good. Rebound by AJ. Spins it up ahead to Dylan Hunter. Hunter catches left wing. 3-ball on the way. Good. Dylan Hunter. A 3-ball to beat the horn. His first field goal. He has 4 points in the game. And we go to the fourth quarter with the West holding a 73-64 lead. Let's take a look at Dylan Hunter. It's all in his jeans. His mom, Brandy Decker Hunter.
Really good player, University of Georgia.
UGA, I'm telling you, man. She was a good pickup ball player, too. We had some fun. 3-ball is good. The fourth quarter coming up next right here. The SUVTV.com. Our proud sponsor is there. As we begin the fourth quarter, final 10 minutes, 73-64. Lander at the top. He's going to pull the 3-ball. It is good.
You cannot give him that. I'm telling you that right now.
He only has 8 points, a pair of threes, but he's been very savvy in his game. Christian Lander out of Evansville, Indiana. That's a basketball state.
Basketball means something, for sure.
Floater up and it's short. And I love used to playing pickup ball. You know, I'm no big star, but the guys, Lewis, Preston, LeBaire, they all mess with me. But, man, I'm going to tell you, some of the best pickup ball I've played has been in Indiana.
Yeah.
In Indianapolis, the Circle City.
Because they know how to play the game the right way.
Oh, man, yeah. And, see, the best thing about it is a liquor store and a basketball court on every block.
The skill level is so high. The skill level is so high from those guys, I mean, and they grow up playing from such a young age that, you know, they just know how to play.
I'm messing with our producer Marcus Burnett, who's originally from Indiana. Oh, nice little underneath by Michael Foster.
There he goes. Now they got to find a way to get Michael Foster and Pablo back in the game together so they can create some more separation.
Double figures. He's with 11. Both free throws were no good on the other end, though, by the East. 78-64 as we take a look at our SUV TV instant replay. 29th and Talbot.
Big time around the back. A nice bounce pass in a crowd. That's a big time play.
While coach
That's J.D. Davidson again?
While coach is being professional, I'm still trying to mess with the Indiana folks. 29th and Talbot, 46th Street. They play some ball, man.
Nice finish.
College Avenue. Good jump. Efton Reed.
When he plays around the basket and doesn't float on the perimeter, he's been as good as any of the bigs in this game.
We'll go back to the basket. You're right. I really like how he's been quiet scoring-wise, but he's been effective.
And he's the one who, you know, I don't know if you remember, he's the one who did the running jump hook to start the game.
Yes, 6 points. Stewart School out of Richmond, Virginia. Inbound, baseline out of bounds. MJ Rice looking, gets it into Lander. Lander, good closeout by Johnson, but Lander, the lefty, wanted the screen. It's not there. Kicks it back to the top to J.D. Davidson. Davidson now gets the screen from Sam. Now there's a drive. Davidson took all kind of contact. There was no foul call. Outlet. Here's Johnson trying to field it cleanly. Skips it up ahead to Miller. Miller going to drive, reverse. Yeah, Hersey Miller, his first field goal, West Hill, California. A nice move in transition. A little reverse to make him say, dunk it home. Samuel Adamago. Man, Samuel out of me, man. 7 foot out of Houston. He is filling it up now.
College ready body.
6 points. You could do a lot with that, couldn't you, Coach LeBaire?
Man, no question about it. This is a kid who I like a lot. We've mentioned him, but J.D. Davidson has played really well, man.
Heady point guard. Lander, get it out the bottom of the net.
I mean, those
3-ball by Christian Lander.
Those two together right there could cause major problems at any college and university.
11 points in the contest for Lander.
East is wearing the red, West is wearing the white.
East in the white, West in the red. Glad you pay attention to that. Drive up, no good. JD got the rebound. He shovels it over now. Here's Lander. Lander up ahead to Foster. Foster's got MJ Rice running with him. And a pass, a kick save, and a beauty goes out of bounds off of the foot of Kajani Wright. Substitutions now. Here comes Chet Holmgren. Minnehaha Academy. I just had to hold that. Is who won the state championship for Chet Holmgren yesterday.
Congratulations to him and his high school team on a major accomplishment.
And now he is here playing. Gets the rebound. Puts it on the floor. Here's Miller. Miller, long lead pass is stolen by MJ Rice. Rice now has it one way and the other. And now with the left-hand dribble, gives it over to Foster. Foster, nice size, but he lost it. Oh, we all of a sudden played soccer for a moment. I know one of the local radio stations was set up outside and they had the FIFA game on, but I didn't know it was going to be translated to 94 feet of hardwood.
Soccer's becoming a huge sport, but usually
Basketball
not played
on
on this
grass.
type of court.
Basketball on grass.
The spacing, the passing, the movement, I think it's the most similar sport to basketball, in my opinion.
Lacrosse?
It's just, lacrosse is a little bit more physical. I guess even soccer is physical too, though.
Yeah.
But lacrosse, I mean, they're really hitting each other pretty hard in
But
lacrosse.
then also, like, if you watch lacrosse, though, they run a lot of basketball stuff.
They do.
Picks,
Screens,
switch,
you're right.
screens.
Long passes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no question.
Transition.
Reversing the ball
Yes.
side to side, for sure.
Lacrosse, a mixture of basketball, football, and soccer, and field hockey,
All
if
in
you
one.
ask me. Let's ask Mitch Ganote for Lambert. He's a state champ in lacrosse, and, of course, a very, very good basketball player for
I
the
didn't know
Lambert.
that.
Yes, sir.
Another nice little tidbit you threw out there. I like that.
Coach. Oh, homegrown. Get it out the bottom of the net. A three ball for Chet Holmgren.
And this is a guy who I think we're going to end up talking about. He might have as much upside and potential as anyone in this game.
He's wiry right now. I'm small and skinny. He is. I mean, it might be Olive Oil's cousin.
It looks like he had one of those crazy growth spurts and his body just hasn't been able to maintain and keep up.
Yeah. And one. Samuel Otomy.
And he's going against a grown man in this situation right here.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, though. And one of the things, I'll bring this to attention with Anthony Davis. He got injured a lot. Remember, he had that crazy growth spurt.
He did.
And sometimes your body still has to adjust to it, but he has some steak, some potatoes, some biscuits with gravy. He's going to be just fine. You know, for 7 feet and like that, he's going to be just fine. And you can tell he's small in stature. He's not afraid of the physical play. It's just physically not there yet. Kaminga now comes away with it.
And he has a skill set as well.
Yes. Kaminga comes down, going to attack, going across the lane, and flips it up and in and scores. Scooping layup there.
Speaking of skill set, that's a big-time finish, right? That's an NBA type move right there.
Yeah, John Kaminga, man, the future very, very bright. Michael Foster, we're going to step back and come back and shoot that. A dong three, bottom of the net. Michael Foster from the north of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That was a great late shot. Oh, man, underneath is Chet Holmgren.
And we talk about this a lot during the regular season. We don't talk about this as much in All-Star games, but I kind of feel like Michael Foster knows that Kaminga is supposed to be rated high, and he circled this on his calendar. He likes this matchup, and he wants to prove that he can play with him.
He came right back at him in attack mode. Holmgren recovers. It's up his bothered and blocked, smacked up against the glass. Lander gets it. Pass up ahead to Davidson. Davidson with the alley. There's no foul. Rebound underneath. Sam, jump hook. It rolled in good.
Basket's good by number 25, Samuel.
There's a lot of athleticism in this game, man.
Yes, it is. Samuel Adamede now has it. 10 points on the floor, running with it. It's a 15-point ball game. Oh, nice move. J.D. Davidson with a little head fake and score. He has 8 points, and that leads to a timeout, and the floodgates are open. Halfway gone in the fourth quarter, 4:59 to go. 92-75, the West leading the East. You're watching the 2019 Underclassman All-American National Classic game on SUV TV. In possession, they're moving left to right. They caught him and tied him at 43, never took the lead. And Dylan Hunter drives, no good. He tried to get the layup, it would not go. Zing gets the rebound for the West. It's stolen away, up and a foul. Zing with the foul. AJ going back to the free throw line. He's
Foul number 32.
1 of 1 from the free throw line today.
Just the way the teams are constructed, I think it's going to be really tough for the East to come back on the West. They're pretty stacked, to be honest. I'm sure they didn't do it on purpose, but they're stacked. They got a really good team. They got good guard play. They got bigs that can finish around the rim. They can shoot the ball from the perimeter. They're very, very good.
Yeah, I really like Michael Foster. Between Foster, Sam, and
Pablo,
Pablo,
Davidson.
Banchero, Davidson, yeah.
Lander. I mean, they're loaded. That's what I mean. They're just
stacked.
loaded, man.
The East has Kamingo and Hunter.
And Holgram.
Whistles. Clock issue.
I mean,
And Kajani Wright, I mean, listen, he's been very, very good today.
I try my best not to comment on these clock guys, but this is about the 5th time we've had to stop the games and get the. Come on, man. It's not that hard. You hit start when the game starts. I mean, like, come on, man. It's not rocket science over here, guys. That's my last. I had to get it out. I'm sorry.
That's okay, brother.
I'm back to the game.
That is okay. That's Dale LeBerry. I'm Joe Hildman. Glad that you're with us in our SUV TV courtside seats. There's a drive, and Holgram came on a helps weak side defense.
I like Holgram a lot, man. I really do.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, there's a lot to like out on here on the floor in a white jersey or a red jersey.
But just imagine having the, all the emotion and the energy that you had to expend yesterday playing. Look, did you see how high he got? He had both wrists, almost forearms over the rim on that. But all the energy you got to expend to win a state championship. Celebrate with your teammates, your family, then fly down here, come play with some guys you don't even know. This is a very unique situation, and I think he's handled it very well.
And he's played very well. Dallin Coleman made both free throws. Coleman, 6'3" out of Callahan, Florida, has had a pretty solid night. He has 7 points. AJ drives up off the window with a little kiss. KJ Adams, excuse me. I've been saying AJ, KJ, out of Austin, Texas. KJ Adams with some late roster movement and changes, but at the end of the day, you are on SUV TV, so we'll get it right for you. Pablo inbounding right in front of us, skips it into the backcourt now to Jaden Bradley. Bradley has had a pretty nice night as well.
Yes.
With 10 points. Jumper, good. There's 12.
He's smooth and skilled too, man. They got a good team.
Here's Kaminga coming back this way. Feeds it into Holgram. Catch, left hand lay, good. Chet Holmgren.
He's shown us a very versatile game, hasn't he?
10 points. And I'm close to say he might be close to 10 boards. Oh, 3-ball is good by Dallin Coleman. Wall to wall, treetop tall. Dallin Coleman has the range. Here's Kaminga. Kaminga now with 3:35 to go. Kaminga turn, oh, good move. Fading jumper, no good. Rebound hit the floor. Zing gets it and gives it over. Here comes Coleman. Coleman gonna push it. Goes behind the back right around Hunter. And lost it out of bounds. So Hunter defensively calls that turnover. 99-81, the West with the lead on the East.
If they're going to have any chance to come back in this game, they got to go on a quick flurry, make some threes, and force some turnovers.
There is time, believe it or not. Here comes Johnson across the timeline. In the corner, open, Holmgren, a 3-ball, bottom of the net. Chet Holmgren, a 3 out of the corner. He has 13. Travel is not an issue with Holmgren.
Obviously. Man, they should have played him a little bit more.
Here's Bradley. Bradley around the screen between the rings. He gives it off down low. And driving up is Lynn Kidd, and a traveling violation. SUV TV also has the ladies covered. Remember, the WPA Bruins Sip-Off Classic is on SUV TV April the 5th through the 7th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then we go to the Mitten in Michigan, the April Showers Classic on SUV TV April the 12th and 14th in Detroit, Michigan. Back-to-back weekends of girls basketball events right here on SUV TV.
I'm sorry, you were paying the bills, and I got caught up in the move. You didn't see what Holgram just tried to do. Holgram shot fake, went right, tried to split 2 defenders with a round-the-back move, and was about to go into a finish. They tripped him up, and the refs didn't even call foul.
Lawyer's law is in effect. Holgram underneath, layup is good. So I got to see Chet Holgram there.
Oh, my goodness, this boy here.
Holcomb's nice, man. I like it.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
did not see it, so I couldn't comment on it. I was looking down at a read. 101 to 86. Lawyer's Law is in effect. Ralph Lawyer Law. 100.
You've never heard me interrupt a read before, so you know it was a big-time play.
Understood. It's all good. I'm not mad at you at all. That's probably why the graphic didn't fly there. It's okay. Kicked out of bounds. Just to let you know, SUV TV has it all covered. And I will be on both of those trips, Pittsburgh and Detroit, back-to-back weekends.
Nice. Good
Looking
for you.
forward to it, man. Didn't get Pittsburgh last year. Got Detroit last year. Outstanding event, so I expect the same again. And the WPA Brew, I mean, listen, I love girls basketball just as much as I love boys basketball. So
Basketball is basketball.
I'm with you. Oh, off the 1-foot floater by Jaden Bradley.
The craziest thing is we haven't even said much about Bradley. He's out here doing whatever he wants to do.
16 in the contest. Oh, shook himself. A steal. Lynn Kidd came away with it. Up ahead now on a break. Coleman with the left-hand layup. No, Kidd followed. Good. Lynn Kidd out of Gainesville. The Rock School plays in the ever-tough SIAA in Florida.
Hogan got a piece of that shot, too.
105-86. Kuminga one way and the other. Lost it. Holgram picks it back up. Holgram.
Hogan got a handle, too?
Like Holgram, don't you? I do, too. Oh, he's going to try to take Kidd. Going to drive on him.
Okay.
Lost it. Turnover.
I feel better. I didn't even want him to go into his bag and finish.
Here comes Lander.
Lander
with the left-hand dunk,
Okay,
showing
Lander.
his hops.
Oof.
13 in the game for Lander. Coming up on the final minute to go right now.
I got to really commend Horace Naismith. They put together a good group.
Yeah, Naismith has been here all day. This is a very good game. We had a very good Rising Stars game, which was decided at the buzzer, 67-62. Then we had the Select game that was won by the East, 113-90, and now here we are, 107-86. With the West leading the East. So this West team will be the only West squad that wins today. Here's Bradley. Bradley showing off his handle back between the rings. Stop, jumper, back iron, no. Rebound comes off to Kuminga. Kuminga now running in transition with the right-hand dribble. Kuminga gonna spin all the way to the hoop and dunk it home. John Kuminga.
He can do that with the best of them.
Final half minute. Lander, nice move. He gives it back to Bradley. I would say they'll run out the clock, but I doubt it. 107-88. There's a three by Bradley. No. Rebound. Picked up off. Turns. Adams. Segoya. Is he going to use the window? No. Johnson gets it. Here comes Johnson in transition with a left-hand dribble. Gives it off to Dylan Hunter. Alley-oop to KJ Adams. And that will be the final hoop. The West take a 107-90 victory over the East. The West had a number of players that stood out. I'll do a quick tally for you before they mention the official MVPs. 12 for Blanchard. 10 for Adam Segoya. 14 for Michael Foster. 16 for Jaden Bradley. 13 for Christian Lander. 8 for J.D. Davidson. 9 for Dallin Coleman. 10 for Sam Adamain. 9 for M.J. Rice. Balanced scoring for the West in the victory.
We're going to ask you now MVPs for both teams. On your West,
18 for John Kuminga.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Kuminga 18 points, and he is the East MVP.
No surprise there.
15 for Chet Holgram off a plane. 9 for KJ Adams. 10 for D.R. Johnson. 2 for Hershey Miller. 5 for Keontae George. 4 for Dylan Hunter. Harrison Ingram had 2.
He's not the only one that made that trip.
14
Going back with some hard
for Johnny Wright.
Michael Foster named co-MVP.
It's a co-MVP on the East and your second MVP. For the East squad is Christian Lander.
Christian Lander and Michael Foster, your co-MVPs for the West. For the East, the MVP was John Kaminga. So Christian Lander played very well, 13 points. Michael Foster with 14 points.
They had a lot of people to choose from that West squad.
They really did. That West squad, as you mentioned, was loaded, but it was a fun ball game with the West coming out 107-90. At the 2019 Underclassman All-American game, Joel Hilsman and Dale LeBerry in our SUV courtside seats as you take a look at some of the highlights from today's action.
That's Pablo, who was all over the place. He lived on that rim today.
I really enjoyed Pablo. I mean, you talked about Horace Naismith and putting together the talent that is out here on the court. The West was really good. The East was really good. I think for the East, it stood out to me, of course, was Kamingo. I think Johnny Wright played very well and Chet Hogan played very well. They were the leading scorers. Dylan Hunter only 4 points, but we know he's not really known as a scorer, but you can see the upside that he has. For the West, Jaden Bradley played very well. Christian Lander, of course, and Michael Foster were your MVPs. MJ Rice played very well. Just very balanced for the West.
I mean, they just had so many players, and like I said, they could do everything. They had point guards who could distribute. They had wings that could shoot the ball from the perimeter. They were very unselfish. They had bigs that wanted to dunk everything and rebounded everything. I mean, they were just almost as if somebody put together a team that had everything. So it was a tough go at it for the East, but a very good game and a good event overall. And I'm sure everybody here truly enjoyed the level of talent that was on display.
The Underclassmen All-American Showcase is an elite camp with 70 players that feature some of the top freshmen, sophomore, and middle school players in the country. This is an invitation-only camp that highlights skill development on Saturday with competitive games on Sunday. Players are chosen from their spring and summer performances by a selection committee. The West win the Underclassmen All-American National Classic game 107-90. It was the only victory for the West. Just to recap, in our Rising Stars game, it was the East with a 67-65 victory. Game-winning field goal as time expired by Isaiah Collier. And then in the Underclassmen All-American Select game, it was the East 113-90 over the West. So the West win 107-90 in the National Classic game to give the West their only victory of the 3 games here. Coach LeBaron, a pleasure, my brother.
I enjoyed it as always, man. Anytime I can sit here and talk basketball with you and get to watch some good basketball as well, that's a great day for me, man. Now I'm going home looking forward to watching these NCAA tournament games.
I know that's right. Remember, coming up this weekend, it is the Big Baller Brand All-American game on SUV TV March the 31st in Las Vegas. And then the following weekend, it'll be the WBA Bruin Sip-Off Classic on SUV TV, April the 5th through the 7th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the next weekend after that, the April Showers Classic on SUV TV, April the 12th through the 14th in Detroit, Michigan. For Darryl LeBerry and our entire SUV TV staff, I'm Joel Hilsman. We'll see you down the road, the SUVTV.com.